So guys, I'm back. Very quick video. Sunday I sold the DNT, and today the new fish scales just turned up, so it's just above where the camera is now. So any guesses? An FID Dragon Hammer V2. It was delivered about 35 minutes ago. Fancied a change. The DNT was boring. You know, I had the X2 and that was boring. So in hindsight, I should have just bought one of these to begin with, really. So I've literally had it out of the box, chucked it together real quick. I don't even tighten the wheel nuts up. So when you buy it, it's in three pieces. You have the front bit, the centre, and then the rear, and you have to assemble it yourself. It went together fine, however, it didn't tell you what screws were meant for the front. So, you know, first thing, the manual needs to be improved. And there's a few marks on it as well. You can see it there, which I'm not happy about. You know, I didn't buy, you know, a brand new truck, you know, to have marks and scratches on it. It might be because in the box, the front and rear parts, they're kind of twisted together and then cable tied together for transport. So whether they've happened during transit, I don't know. But I don't expect to see that on a new truck. It might just be me being picky. I don't know. But what is apparent is the ground clearance. You know, and it's not even set to its highest point. The ground clearance is massive. So I've had all new servos. I've had the high-tech 845s, which I've got to fit. I have to file some of this away to get it in because they're quite big servos. Got loads of alloy at the factory. This I've always liked. An LED voltage indicator. And I've also liked that on these. It's just the space you get for everything. You get so much space in the radio tray for parts. You know, there's three separate compartments. Oh, can I get him out? Yes. So you can see it's all one big loop. You can get so much stuff in there. So receiver in there, easily enough space for a battery. And if you want to run telemetry, probably every telemetry sensor you can fit. Still missing the top plate, which goes over there. Still missing the engine, but I have everything to build it. So this is just a quick look. So it's not bad. So these bits are plastic, this bit's all alloy. See the rear brake in there. So FID or FID, whatever you want to call them, they essentially built this to not need upgrading, so that once it's kind of out of the box, you don't really do anything to it, you just bash it. Unlike the Vector 5, which was built to be upgraded, but that's a different story. So in theory, this shouldn't need to be touched upgrade-wise. It should just run how it comes out of the box. I mean, all these bits are alloy, but these are the bits I'll change anyway. These are beefy. You know, everything's alloy. The main clutch bell carriers alloy. Hinge pin carriers are alloy. You know, alloy. You know, I don't even see it in there, but even the diff cases are alloy in all three diffs. Because that's where this is different to the Vector. The Vector doesn't have a centre diff, it has a slipper clutch, whereas this doesn't have a slipper clutch, but it has a centre diff. So yeah, aside from those little marks which have annoyed me, I'm actually really impressed. everything's held together solid. Machining looks really good quality. You know, obviously this isn't as big as the bloody Vector 5s, but they're different trucks. And I mean they're different trucks. If you're looking at this saying, oh, this is a clone of the Vector, it really isn't. They don't share a single component between them. And if I remember, this was actually shown prototype before Craig had even shown the Vector off. So you could argue this is a, you know, the Vector's a clone of this. So that's, you know, that ground clearance is awesome. I mean, you can imagine, like, a Lousy 5's probably down about there. If I put the camera down, it's probably about there at its best point. Whereas this goes all the way up. But now, I'm going to get it built up. Probably do another video when it's all done, just for feedback on the whole building process. And then I'm hoping to run it on Sunday for the very first time. So this is it, guys. It's a quick video. As always, any questions, just ask and I'll answer them in the comments. Catch you all in a bit.